So in this section, I'm gonna give you a brief introduction to the Fairlight tab. To be honest, I don't use it that much. Whatever I use it for, I'm gonna teach you because I feel like to make a really good content, that's the only part what is necessary. So let's go and click here. So here I would go to the Fairlight. And if I click here, and like you can see here that just the music section is visible because this tab is about audio. In today's crowded YouTube landscape, so you can also see the YouTube playback. Oh, so here you would see just the audio graphs, and the more you can see that there's audio channel 1, 2, 3 with the names what we gave, but you can have so many audio channels, so long. And here there is another channel which is the main controls, and the loudness it would show, and it would also show the how loud it is or not loud it is. And then here we have the video playback. And here if you go on the left hand side, you can see that it's just a representation of the audio timeline. So I can also make it a little bit bigger by just dragging, or I can just use shift and scroll up or down to zoom in or zoom out. And here you can just see the audio tracks. And again, we have timeline view options. So display full waveforms, you can do that as well. So yeah, it's literally the same thing. And timeline, these are the few things which we don't really use because we have already used the same things in the main timeline. And the main reason why we are here is to enhance the audio, enhance my vocals. And you can also see here in the timeline that there's left channel and the right channel from the audio. That's what we changed in the beginning. There's also left and right channel in the whoosh. But if I just drag and drop the wave file, which was here, and now if I go to Fairlight, then you can see that there's no two channels, there's just single channel. So once you go to Fairlight, then you can also see that an audio should have two channels always. So I think we can also just delete from here. I'll press X. If you haven't downloaded my preset, you can just press backspace. So here our main job is to enhance the vocals, enhance the audio quality of this track. So what we would do, we would just select on the main audio and then we would press solo. So solo, what I told before was that if I press solo, then I could only hear the vocals in this track. All the other tracks would be muted. So let's check that if it works. Crowded YouTube landscape, just posting content isn't enough. So yeah, we can hear our audio loud and clear and all the sound effects and the music is turned off. So first thing what we want to do to enhance the vocals is, if you go here, so A1 is the audio channel 1, which is what we are working on. You can see some things, yeah. So there is dynamics, there's equalizer, and there are some effects, and next to effect there is a plus option. So what are we gonna do? We just go press plus, and then the first thing what we would be doing is we go to restoration and then we go to de-esser. And what de-esser does is that whatever that there are S or hiss kind of sounds in the video, it would kind of lower it down. In today's crowded YouTube landscape, just posting content isn't enough. So what you can also do is that if you are not sure where the E's and the S are, you can just do this and then the software would already tell you where the S's are. Separates an average video from the captivating ones is a story. The kind that keeps the viewers hooked from start to finish. So I think that in my video, it's not that much S, or I think because my mic setting is, I put it in that way that the S's are not that high. So you can just drag and see where you can just play the audio and then see at what place should I put this. This is, you can increase the intensity. Here you can lower the intensity. So you can see that at what place you should be keeping this to let the audio sound be better. In today's crowded YouTube landscape, just posting content isn't enough. What separates an average video from... I would leave it to here because honestly, I don't have a lot of essays or so, but sometimes when I film from my phone, then there's a lot of kind of sounds. So then I really need to reduce the essays. But I would just leave it to here, de-esser. And then the second thing what we would, so you can see that in the effects list, de-esser is added. And if I want to change it, I can click here. I just go one click and then I can go back to this window where I can change the de-esser settings. So we want to add another audio effect, and here we would go to Dynamics, and in Dynamics then we go to Fairlight FX, and here we go to Soft Clipper, and in Soft Clipper window we go from default to soft drive, and then we don't change anything. And what this does is that it gives a bit more body to the audio. Let's listen it. In today's crowded YouTube landscape, just posting content isn't enough. This was after Soft Clipper. Let's hear it before. In today's crowded YouTube landscape, just posting content isn't enough. What separates an average video from the... It just gives a little bit of boost to the voice. So I would leave it here, soft drive. And next what we're going to be doing is we go to equalizer. So we double click on that. So then the equalizer opens, and then I already have here the equalizer is toggled off. So here I already have a preset, but DaVinci also has a preset. But one of my presets is Skillshare class, and that is really applicable to the mic what I'm using. But for every class, it will be something different. So to tackle that, what we can do is that we can just go to the normal without equalizer mode and see how everything sounds, because you see different presets. DaVinci has different presets. I just had DJI Mic 2 and Skillshare, but different preset, the graph, the equalizer graph changes. Yeah. So what we would do is that we would just keep it to normal, just go reset it. There's a reset key, and here what happens is that the first thing what we're gonna do is that all the higher volume, like all the damped volume frequencies, are kind of here. In today's crowded YouTube landscape, just posting content isn't enough. But we can already see that our audio is really good in this range. But sometimes if the audio is here in this area, then you can bring this graph like this, and it would eliminate all the frequencies which were not there. So you see now if I bring the graph here, then you wouldn't see anything popping up here. What separates an average video from the captivating ones? And if I just leave a little bit of room here, you can see that the graphs are jumping all over. The story, the kind that keeps the viewers hooked. But in general, what we do is that we reduce this frequency down to about 100 or so. And then I would increase the 2 here. The 2, what this frequency does is that it increases a little bit of, it gives a bit of bass in the audio. Today's crowded YouTube landscape, just posting content, let's hear before, isn't enough. In today's crowded YouTube landscape, just posting content isn't enough. And then what we're gonna do here is that reduce down the midtones a little bit. What separates an average video? So here, what we would be doing is that you go to band 3, you leave these settings same as it is, we change the Q factor. And then what we would do, we would listen to the errors in the video, and wherever the audio is really bad, we pick up that point and reduce it down. I'll show you an example. In today's crowded YouTube landscape, just posting content isn't enough. What separates an average video from the captivating ones is a story, the kind that keeps the viewer. So at this point, the audio sounds really weird, so I would just reduce this point. Hooked from start to finish. My name is Adi Singh, and welcome to Storytelling. I would do the same with here, so I would just select 4, so we are in band 4, and then Q factor, we would go all the way in, because what is Q factor is that if I reduce it like this, then it picks up all the other frequencies. But if I increase the Q factor, then it would only pick up some specific points. So let's listen it again. Link for YouTube. I'm a YouTuber with over 96,000 subscribers, and I've been making YouTube videos for the last 8 years, and I gained most of... So it sounds really bad here, so I'm just gonna reduce this frequency of my subscribers in the last year and a half. So what did I change during? And here I would bring the band 6. So also make sure that if the band 6 was like this, then this volume would just go up. So we need to be sure that in the band 6 and band 1, we select this shape. And then at 5, I would just increase this a little bit. Let's hear the whole audio. In today's crowded YouTube landscape, just posting content isn't enough. What separates an average... What we would do, we would also reduce the Q factor at 4. In today's crowded YouTube landscape, this was after, and let's hear before. Just posting content isn't enough. What separates an average video from the captivating ones is a story, the kind that keeps the viewers hooked. So there is not much change because the audio, what is coming out of the mic, is already really nice. but this gives a little bit of extra depth to the video. And if your audio is really bad, then you put the settings and then you can see the changes in the video. So after the equalizer, now we have one more effect which is left, which is dynamics. So let's try that. Here I don't do much, I just follow the presets. So here first thing what I do is that expander from start to, and then I also select the compressor, finish. My name is Adi Singh and welcome to, and then I do gate, storytelling for YouTube. I'm a YouTuber in today's crowded YouTube landscape. Just posting content, here was before, isn't enough. What separates an average video from the captivating ones is a story. The kind that keeps the viewers hooked from start to finish. My name is Adi Singh and well, I think it sounds pretty good. So yeah, these are the few settings what you can do to enhance the vocals in Fairlight tab. And of course you can test out different settings as well, but I just use these settings and I think that they work really good for me. And yeah, you just need these few settings to make your audio sound better. So that was a little bit of introduction for the Fairlight tab. So once we're done with Fairlight, that was a brief introduction. I can also show you how to add subtitles. So we select in point and out point here. So I here, which would select in point, and O here, which is select the out point. And then we go to timeline and create subtitles from audio. And then a window pops up here with language. I would select English, and the maximum characters, what you want per line, I would just maybe do 30. If you're filming an Instagram Shorts video and you just want one character per, if you want just one word per frame, then you can do maybe like 2 words. So Instagram would just put 2 words. But now we want 30, so let's just go. And DaVinci would make the subtitles super quick. And here, what you can also do is that select the subtitle, then we go to track, and then here you can change the font. And whatever font you choose here, that would be applicable to all the subtitles throughout this whole class. And you can also choose just regular. What you can also do, you can change the position. So I would just leave it here. You can do drop shadow. So you can do all sort of effects, what you would usually do in a normal text in the subtitles. And sometimes what you can also do is that, as I told, that if you put one setting on one block, the same setting copies to all the subtitles. If you just want one word or one line to be different, what you can do, for example, in this box, I go click on this box, then I go to caption, and then I can do customize caption. And then what would happen is that whatever changes you do here, that would be only applicable to just these subtitles. Say, for example, if I want to change the color to yellow, let's check it out. By the end of this class, you'll have both the knowledge and practical skills. So you see, now you have different colors on different text. So these things you can do it as well. So I would just get rid of it. So yeah, those were subtitles for you. And what you can also do with subtitles is that we go to track, and if you want to save these settings, then you can go here, check out the 3 dots, click it, then you can do save track as preset. So I have different tracks for different work. So if I have to do the YouTube, these are our YouTube subtitles. So I can just go load preset, and then you don't have to change the font or change the text size every time. You can just save the preset here. So you can, if I have the reels, for reels I had different subtitles. For one of my clients, it has they prefer a different subtitle. So yeah, everything is customizable. I would just leave it to this. And yeah, that was subtitles for you. And if you want to import a preset from your favorite creator, you can just go import here, and that opens the file in your computer.